Hi, I'm Hub Arkush for Pro Football Weekly, along with our executive editor and NFC West correspondent, Dan Arkush. To Dan's right, our senior editor and NFC East correspondent, Eric Edholm. And we've got the game of the week, maybe the game of the century, the game of the decade. It is a rematch of the 2011 NFC title game. And Dan, for the San Francisco 49ers, will be homestanding. They hope it's payback time.
Yeah, Hub, this is a fascinating game when you look at the way the two offenses played last week. But I think what will end up being the key is the team that plays the best defense. I'm particularly concerned about the Giants with their secondary. You know, that pass rush just hasn't been there like it was at the end of last year, and that's really going to have to get amped up a little bit to help out that ailing secondary.
All right, well, Eric, as you look at the New York Giants, I think the big question now is they've been Jekyll and Hyde. We're never sure which team's going to show up. Even last week with Cleveland, different team the first half than the second half.
Yeah, same with Tampa Bay earlier in the season. They stake a team to a lead. They really can't afford to do it against a quality team like the 49ers. So maybe the best team in the NFC or the NFL. So this is a Giants team, as Dan mentioned, that hasn't been able to crank up the pass rush. Jason Pierre-Paul, 1.5 sacks. Justin Tuck, no sacks so far this season. So that was the key in the NFC title game, knocking Alex Smith around. They got to him 3 times, hit him several more. If they want to do it and win this game, they've got to be able to penetrate in that backfield and make those big plays.
All right, now, Dan, as we preview this game midweek, we don't have the answer to the biggest question of the week for the 49ers. Of course, starting quarterback Alex Smith having a phenomenal year, rating over 108. He's got an injury to the index finger on his throwing hand, and we're not positive what his status is going to be.
Yeah, but I'm hearing that he's going to be good to go. I mean, Harbaugh did say that they have some concern about it, but I think he'll be okay. And boy, is he coming off a great game. You know, he's getting more and more comfortable with this system. And you talk about a creative system. I mean, they're just throwing everything but the kitchen sink out at teams, and defenses are really getting affected by that.
Eric, the New York Giants need a little bit of help to win that NFC title game. They had a couple turnovers, one in overtime to get the winning points. Now, again, we talked about they're not really clicking on all cylinders. The 49ers are. What is the key for the Giants in this ball game?
Yeah, I mean, if they get Hakeem Nicks back in this game, that gives them one more weapon. They've been great in terms of finding players to step up, you know, in their range, you know, whether it's Ramses Barden or Ruben Randall. But I think having Nicks out on the field gives them the weapon they need. So in that secondary, as Dan mentioned, you know, guys like Stevie Brown have had to step up. Maybe he can pluck an interception. But I think it's going to be stopping this run because the 49ers will be very smart to keep pounding that rock.
Let me ask you each very quickly, 10, 15 seconds. Eric, you're first. Coughlin, Harbaugh?
Great question. I'm going Coughlin. He's got the ring so far in the experience.
I'm going to go with Harbaugh.
Okay.
I just think that, you know, I mean, he's the man lately. This team, the Niners, right now, they're number 1 in my power ranking.
All right, now, normally we'll make a prediction here. I think you guys may have just made yours, but Dan, I'll come back to you. Who wins and maybe by how much?
I'll go with the Niners by a touchdown.
All right, Eric?
And just because I picked Coughlin, I'm actually going to go against him this week. I'm going to go Harbaugh and the Niners by a field goal, low scoring.
Guys, that'll do it for the preview of the game of the week, actually the biggest game we've seen yet this season. We hope you all enjoy it. And for more of the best news, notes, and analysis, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we know you'll enjoy it if you stay right here at ProFootballWeekly.com.